Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good day. Whatever time it is for you. There is not enough caffeine in the world today. My God. There's not enough caffeine in the world. Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. I hope our weekend has been fun, productive, what have you. All the caffeine needed today, I swear. And I didn't even stay up super late last night or anything either. I think I'm just burning the candle. Both ends. Good afternoon from the UK. What is up? Olivia, good to see you. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are back recording a podcast. We are back recording a podcast, my friends. So last week, I needed a mental health day. So I know we all understand. I'm sure that's fine with everybody. Not, seeking permission or anything, just letting you guys know about the life. But yeah, we've got some emails to get to today. I have all my notes here, which there's not very many of. So all right. Let's make sure we are good to go. Excuse me. Yes. True, Marlo. No, we are going to see we're going to SeaWorld for a little while before I go live. But I just could not get out of bed this morning. I got up, fed the dogs, did my affirmation post, and I was like, I want to go lay down. I love that, Britt. Thank you. Very kind. Welcome, new follower. Indeed. Well, let's record a podcast. Let's talk about some stuff. We have a lot of emails to get through, so that's going to be the primary focus. Lots of busyness this weekend. Yes, agree. Very busy. Dustin's been cleaning a lot of house. Yeah, we just been staying up late, going to Halloween Horror Nights and, having a couple drinks and running around and doing tarot and going live and, just being generally busy. These late nights and the early mornings with the dogs are just not kind. So that's the only thing. Good morning. Hello, hello. All right. Well, I'm ready if you guys are to start recording a podcast here. I have some emails ready to go. Yeah. Got my deck already. Let's get to it. All right. Good morning, friends. Don't forget to stick around for the after party when we're done with the recording. Yes? Okay. It's going to be a good day, I can tell. I'm exhausted, but I can tell it's going to be a good day. All right. Hey, what's up? I'm Madam, and welcome back to another episode of Modern Magical Meddling. We are once again live on YouTube. The chat is happening. I'm exhausted. I am very tired. Oh my God. I know we skipped last week. Well, I skipped last week because I needed a mental health day. Just the rabbit hole of comments and scammers and the usual social media fucking drama. But yeah, these late nights at Halloween Horror Nights are a lot, especially when you want to get up in the morning and get shit done and be a human being. I mean, we know what we got ourselves into, and Dustin had to get up really early this morning, so we didn't stay out nearly as late as we normally do. We left the park at midnight-ish instead of the usual 2 a.m. So a better a better display of our self-control. But still really fun time, loving going there. It's making me want to go to other haunt attractions though as well. It's making me want to maybe try Screamageddon or maybe Hello Scream as well this year, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. You know, we love HHN. I love going. We have tickets for the whole season. I would not rather be anywhere else, but I just know that there's scarier stuff out there, and we might be a little numb to some of the things. We went to go see The Nun, and we get more horror. Yeah. If we went to go see The Nun, the new Nun movie, and it was really good. Dustin was scared and jumping and everything, but I was just staring at the screen like, wow, this is really scary. But I didn't have that jump scare, spine tingling reaction I normally have. So I was like, oh shit, I might be numb to some things now. So yeah. And thank you, by the way, for those of you that have been on my website and voting for me as the new face of horror. I have survived into round 2, thanks to you guys. There's multiple groups of people together, and now we're like groups of 20, I think, and they're gonna cut off another 5 people. Will be groups of 15 after that. So I've been in first place in my group since the start of the contest. So thank you guys so much for voting. I appreciate you. You can vote daily. I've talked about this quite a bit, but the Face of Horror contest, you win a cash prize, which I will use towards my business and helping me get to out-of-state conventions that I want to go to. And also me and Dustin can put a down payment on a house, a townhouse out here that we want to get and move out of this apartment. But yeah, you also win a photo shoot with Kane Hodder, who is Jason Voorhees, and a spread in Rue Morgue magazine. So all that should help me get verified. Maybe, I don't know. That's what the hope is, but also just the cash prize would be great for my business. And I don't know. I want to be the face of horror. Fuck. So thank you for those of you in the chat that are saying that you vote every day. I appreciate you. All the info's on the website. Speaking of the website, before we get to emails for the day, my next class is going to be October. I believe it's the weekend before Spooky Empire. I'm going to be doing it. I think it's the 26th. I think, no, that doesn't sound right. I don't know, but I'm posting it today. So if you're listening to this podcast later on, it should already be on my website. If not, it should be very shortly. But we're going to be going back to Tarot 101s for my class. Going back to basics, honestly. We are going to be talking about using tarot to harvest the things that you were manifesting throughout the year, the seeds you planted in the spring, and what kind of harvest we've got for your manifestations for this fall. But yeah, we're going back to tarot basics. I'm really excited. I'm thinking about doing a weekday and a weekend. That was a request made to me by some people as well. So we'll see. I have a weekend day because that's just what's best for me, honestly, with scheduling and stuff like that. But maybe a weekday as well. If that's something you guys are interested in, please let me know. You can, of course, write into the podcast. A UK friendly time. I have them. Yeah. The class is normally, I've been asked that a lot, actually. About a UK time. I've done 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern. There were 3 different time slots for it to be international friendly. And people still didn't show up that were internationals. I don't know, I'm confused. Like I don't want to cater to like 1 or 2 people, but I do want to have international friendly time slots. But yeah, it tends to be 11 a.m., 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. But I'm going to cut that down, I think, to maybe 1 time and we'll see what happens. But maybe other days of the week. I don't know. I'm still fucking with it and trying to figure out the best possible time for people. But yeah, they're small classes anyway. And it's meant to be small so that it can be participatory and you can ask questions and, get more out of it. Anyway. Not much has really been going on over here. We've just been doing the horror thing. I've been working my ass off, realizing that I'm kind of burning the candle at both ends, and not just with horror nights, but like working in general. I work 6 days a week, where I go live and post content and everything. So, I mean, I post content every day, but excuse me, I go live Good Lord, still not awake yet. I go live 6 nights a week, so it's a lot, and I need to change something because I'm getting real tired and real worn out. So, but it's hard when you love what you do, when you love what you do, and I don't love the trolls and the hate and the bullshit, but that's part of it. So, going to be working on that live schedule that I posted for you guys, seeing where I can take some time and move some stuff around and everything. Um but yeah, everything you need is on the website as always, madamadam.com. Link in all of my bios on my socials, madamadam.com. The new Maven merch is out. I don't know if we talked about that in the week before podcast, but the Madam Adam Maven merch is out, made by a fabulous artist, Trey, who is one of my moderators on TikTok as well. Fabulous artist. The link to everything is again on my website. You go directly to their shop and you buy from them. And it's really fucking cool. And I like it a lot. And I can't wait to get some of my own in and wear it to conventions and things. So shout out to those of you that have already got some merch. I appreciate you. And shout out to Trey for making all that happen. It'll be there this week. Lovely. Yes. Make sure you tag me. Tag me in all the Maven merch. Everything you get. Take pictures. Tag me. I want to share it. Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, my friends, we've got lots of emails to get to, so let's get to them. This first one says, "Hey, Madam Adam. My name is Ashley. I'm a married mother of 2 and a bar/restaurant manager. Been there, minus the children. I have been in my current position for a little over a year now, and this job was earned from 7 years of hard work, but also sort of pushed on me at the same time. I feel that doing restaurant work, it's kind of I've been here so long, I've put in so much work. I've earned the position that I'm in, but also it kind of does tend to come out of a necessity of the business that they need good people. So they promote from within, and also you low key kind of end up getting taken advantage of. I don't know. That was my experience, but let's see. I have come to realize that this job is robbing me of everything I used to enjoy. See? Yeah, there you go. I was happy as a bartender and server with no management responsibilities and only being in charge of me. Now I'm working crazy hours, enduring so much stress and not enjoying life at all. It's just work, eat, try to sleep, repeat. Yeah, period. The money is decent, but money is not everything, and my family misses the happy me. My question is, should I tough it out and stay on this path to get ahead financially and even hope I find myself in happiness again? Or should I take some risks, quit the job, and make happiness a priority? Thank you for your time and wonderful, wise soul, Ashley. Yeah. I did that for 10 years, honey. I was restaurant work, service industry for like 10 years. It's not worth it to me, honestly. And it sounds like not to you either. At some point, it starts to kind of feel, I don't know, for lack of a better phrase, beneath you, if that makes sense. And not to say, like, there are plenty of people I know that wait tables for a living, and it's not the kind of means to an end job. Because I mean, serving, restaurant work has such a high turnaround for a reason, right? I don't know if any of you in the chat have worked in restaurants before. I think it should be like a high school requirement that you have to work in a restaurant in your teen years. Just to get like people skills and like learn how to not be a fucking asshole all the time, to fix some of the entitlement that some people have, I guess. But no, I waited tables for like 10 years and it is often not worth it. And there was some point where I realized that I was in an industry that allowed people to kind of decide whether or not I get to pay my bills based on how you tip me or don't or whatever. And I mean, I've said this a lot, right? If you can't afford to tip, don't go out. But yeah, no, it's a lot. And I feel you on the whole, you've earned it. You've been there a long time. It's like, I've reached this level. Why just throw it away? But at some point, I was waiting tables one night at a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was the closer. Yeah, customer service in general creates burnout. Absolutely. I even feel that what I do is a level of customer service, you know? So it's a lot, and it's definitely an energy fucking sucking thing. And if you give a shit about what you do at a restaurant or whatever, you're kind of leaving a little bit of your fucking soul with people, you know? You're like, "Hey, here's your food, your check, and a little bit of me that I gave you so that I can, you know, try to convince you that I'm good at my job and that you had a good time here and that you want to treat me well." So, but it definitely comes with this certain level of burnout. And I was waiting tables one night and I was closing, and in came a bunch of teenagers fresh off of like a basketball game. And they ordered nothing but like a basket of fries and waters, but they wanted every dipping sauce we had for the fries. And then they didn't tip me and like left it a fucking mess. And I remember standing at that table, cleaning it up, going full Pisces, trying not to cry. And I was like, you know, I'm exhausted. I'm not making any money. What the fuck am I doing? You know? So, and then I just, you realize you're not happy. And honey, I think for you, you already said a little bit that you're enduring so much crazy hours and all of that. Work, eat, try to sleep, repeat. Like, is it worth the money? Decent money isn't worth that to me. You know, good money, maybe, but like you said, decent. So, like, decent money. And I imagine like when you move up to like bar and restaurant manager, they put you on salary. So it's not like a normal, like you said, you have more freedom when you're the bartender and the server, whatever. You kind of responsible for your own cash. You're responsible for your own cash flow. You're responsible um, for how you make your money. It's on you, you know? So, but yeah, it's a lot. It can definitely be a lot. So I would start looking at something else that makes you happy. I think you should do something that makes you happy for a living, or something that allows you to do things that make you happy. So one or the other, but it's got to be. Let's pull some cards about it. But like, honey, it's time to move on. You already know you're not happy. So let's do something about it. What can you do? Well, yeah, Page of Cups energy. Trust your intuition on this. Trust your emotional self. Know how you feel, and that your gut is telling you it's time to get the fuck out. Um, yeah, Knight of Swords energy. You got a period where it's about to get real rough for no fucking reason other than people being like, "What about me? What about me, boss? What about me, manager? What, gimme, gimme, gimme," all of that, right? And then what you can do in the meantime is know that this is a wise decision. You're not giving up on something. I feel as though this is stuttering. I feel as though an analogy I use often is quite appropriate here. You have outgrown the potted plant that you were in. You know, you're allowed to outgrow the pot and repot yourself somewhere else so that you have growth. Because otherwise, if I've learned anything from the plants I fucking keep in my house, if I don't repot them in something bigger, they kill off parts of themselves so that they can regrow new shit. And that's eventually what's going to start happening to you, is that parts of you, your spirit, your lifestyle, your give a fuck, your zest for living is going to start dying off, and then you're going to have to regrow it and convince yourself that you're into this thing now to make the day-to-day of going to work not make you want to fucking die, you know? So this is a wise decision. You've done the thing, success, check. You can now look for something linear in like a managerial capacity somewhere else, but it's time for you to take a leap, honey. You've got a lot of attacks on you. People are going to make you think you're making a mistake. Why leave something that works? Like, oh, you worked this hard though. Like, why just throw it away? I'm not. I've realized that it's not adding up to my personal value anymore, you know? So, no, this is a wise decision, babe, you know, for you to pursue something else. And you can always come back to this shit. I think that all the time. If God forbid tarot doesn't work out for me in a year, or eventually, if I can't fucking do this anymore, if it's not paying the bills, I can go work anywhere. I can go get a job at a restaurant, retail, wherever the fuck I want. You can always come back to this. You can always fall back on it. So, thank you for writing in, babe. I appreciate you. Let's see. Here we go. I've got one from a Christina. Hey, Madam, you were just amazing and your advice is spot on. Semi newbie Maven here. Welcome, Maven. Been following you for about 4 or 5 weeks. This was in August. If possible, could I please get a general read? Have you ever been attacked by an evil spirit or had a spirit attached to you? If so, how do you tackle it? Kind regards, Christina Lee, aka C. Joitz on Insta. P.S. I stay awake to be on the lives. It's usually 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. here in Denmark. Oh my God. Ridiculous. Watch the replay. I love you, but no. Honey, I am not worth staying up from 3 to 5 a.m. No, ma'am. Watch the replay. I love you, but you need rest. Nope, no queer tarot reader is worth that. Honey, I love you though. Thank you so much. Jesus. Well, first of all, your question, have I ever been attacked by an evil spirit or had a spirit attached to me? If so, how did I tackle it? There was one of my favorite kind of spooky stories that I tell people that I've encountered myself, is when I was a kid. There was this girl named Kara, 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 who I was obsessed with. She was this gorgeous red-haired girl, and I was like in love with her. I was a little boy, right? And my mom got so fucking mad because I carved "I Heart Kara" into my dresser, right? Very, very primal, very, very ancient love spell kind of something, right? So this has a point, I promise. So she covered over it and everything and like painted it and all that stuff. Was very fucking mad at me. I got in lots of trouble. So as I got older, when I got my first apartment with my first boyfriend, I inherited my old bed set and everything, right? We had a guest room, we put my twin bed in there and all of my old furniture and shit. So my then boyfriend, not Dustin, my then boyfriend, he had his own gifts as well. I'm a reader and clairsentient and all of that, but he has like, I see dead people kind of shit. So he was telling me that something had followed us into our apartment. And I was like, I can't think of anything that would attach to me. I mean, I do read a lot of tarot in like Catholic graveyards, but I'm respectful and I leave them there. So, but anyway, so he told me there was like a spirit of this guy that like kept coming to our apartment, and it didn't feel negative or evil per se, but it was something that had attached to furniture in the apartment and attached to me and wanted to talk to me. And I was like seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye, very like peripherally seeing something walk by, and I was like starting to get fucking freaked out. It was happening all the time. There was like an indent in the twin bed where it looked like someone was sitting on it, and I was like, this is fucking weird, right? So something had kind of attached itself and to the furniture and to me and wanted to talk to me, and I was just kind of dodging it, ignoring it, and not wanting to deal with it. So finally, my then boyfriend was like, you need to do something about this. Like it's still here. It's going to get pissed off. Like the longer it waits, the more pissed off it's going to be. Cause I was like, just ignore it. It'll go away. No. So I was like, well, why don't you fucking tell me what it wants? I don't want to deal with it. I can answer any questions. But at the time, I wasn't as versed in tarot as I am now. And I didn't know how to communicate properly, I guess. I don't know. But between the two of us, we had our own kind of little like spooky seance thing. And we found out that he was asking me, where's Kara? Do you know Kara? Where's Kara? Have you seen Kara? I miss Kara. And I was like, you're joking, right? And he was like, my boyfriend at the time was like, why? Who's Kara? He keeps saying Kara, Kara. Does that name mean anything to you? And like, I went over to the dresser, ripped the drawer off the dresser and scratched it off. And I was like, look, I used to love a Kara. And it turned out, long story short, it's kind of long now anyway, but long story short, basically it was Kara's dad had passed and was looking for her. And I guess like the way that I had loved her in my youth had left some kind of energetic imprint, I guess, on the furniture. And he was like attracted to it and was like looking for his daughter to tell her that he was okay and whatever. And I was like, does he need something? And he's like, no, he was just curious because you had her name carved in your dresser. Like, did you maybe she was here. And I was like, no, sorry. We were army brats. So I don't know where the fuck she is. But so yeah, we just asked it what it wants and gave it answers and it went away. That's how we tackled that with evil or spirits in general being attached to me and to my home was kind of just entertaining it like a rude house guest and then going, bye, get out of here whenever you're ready, deuces. So that's how we handled that. But I've never really had anything bad attached to me. I can kind of feel when something is not great energetically, and I know how to kind of steer clear of that. It happens mostly with people for me, is that like I can read a person without them needing to even open their mouth. And I know that like I should steer clear of them. They give me bad vibes. I don't like them. They have a barrier. Something like that. There's something that they're hiding or something that they are putting on, and I can feel that. And it makes me want to like, so I have a pretty good gauge of like not fucking with things that are not for me to fuck with. So things kind of don't really get attached to me, I think. So, but anyway, a general read for you, Christina. Thank you for writing in. I mean, you're listening all the way over from fucking Denmark. That's wild. Thank you for the question as well. That's cool. That was a good one, I think. I don't know if I've told that story before. Okay. 3 of Pentacles energy for you, my love. You do have some teamwork available to you. You are being positively appraised by people around you. And you do have the aspect of teamwork if you would take it and not be stubborn and let people in and help you. It would be an act of love for you. And it would lighten the load on you a bit there. Yep. 9 of Pentacles energy as well. Make sure that you're leading with, setting yourself up for success. We need some alone time so that you can make sure that you're walking the walk, perpetuating what you want, dressing the part, looking the part, acting the part, right? Yep, stress, anxiety, insomnia. You're going to stress no matter what you do. You're going to stress about the teamwork. You're going to stress about what you should do to set yourself up for success. I would rest, honestly. I would rest your body, rest your mind. Try to practice both active and passivity. Be active in your passivity. Set an alarm to get up and get it done. Set an alarm to put it down and rest. That kind of thing. Be active in passivity. But you're going to stress, honey, no matter what you do. So it's important that you let some people in and you embrace some aspect of teamwork a little bit. And make sure you're setting yourself up for success. Spend some alone time, really making sure that you see how far you've come, see the work that you've done here, right? Fabulous. Okay. Thank you for writing in, my friend. We are chugging along through these emails. Here we go. Hey now, my name is Erica, and I would love a complimentary reading during the open available time you posted on Facebook for tomorrow. This was August, so that didn't happen. And once again, keep in mind, if you're listening, I think I said this before, but if you write in, it's not a guarantee that I will get to it that week. It's not an open time slot. That's a miscommunication, I guess, on my part. But it's just, I'm going to have a catalog I'm going to have a whole list and emails full of messages like this. So I just get to them when I get to them. Right place, right time energy. I appreciate all you do, and I'm so thankful you ended up on my feed one day. I've been following you and watching for so many of your general readings that I just have to say thank you. You're a breath of fresh air, and you show up with so much confidence. It's truly inspiring. Thank you. Life has been shifting so much for me and my kiddos. I left a emotionally abusive relationship that ended after damn near 8 years to become a single parent. And I just hope you got a message for us in regard to being abundant, because we are so done with being, quote, poor and, quote, low income. Well, that has to do with a lot of circumstance. That has to do a lot with our limits and what we're capable of, right? Like manifestation is lovely, and we can, we have the power to shape our life to what we want it to be, but there are setbacks and realities that we have to understand. And you have other mouths and other kids, and there's more to it than just wishing and hoping. So let's see what I've got for you, though. Abundance isn't just tangibility, though. It's also joy and peace, that kind of thing. So you're already in a more abundant place than you were not being in an abusive relationship. So good for you, babe, on doing that. Also, let's see what I've got here for you. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles energy is about priorities and balance. You have to establish what you prioritize so you can keep your balance and take the slow and steady journey towards being abundant in the way that you aspire to be abundant. Yep, Hanged Man energy as well. things that turned upside down, you have to see them from that angle so that you can be inspired and enlightened in perspective. Trying to understand. I know this is probably triggering and not pleasant for people to hear, and very easily said than it is done. But we have to try to forgive our abusers. We have to try, at least. Do they deserve it? No. Fuck those people. But like, they're doing what they think is right. They're doing what they think is best. They're trying to make themselves happy. They're doing what is true for them. And that's a difficult truth to wrap our head around because it ended up hurting us in the process. But if you can attempt to like try to see it from their side, it should lighten the load of the weight that it bears on you. Why me? Why did they pick me? Why did they do this to us? Like, no, they just did it. They did it for them. No one gives enough fuck about us to do things to us like that on purpose. It's always for them and for on purpose for them and for their gain, for their joy, even if it's painful to us. So it's just something that hanged man and the need for simplicity. It's just something that we need to learn to get some perspective so that we don't carry it around as much and we don't claim to be the victim of our life anymore. Did something happen? Absolutely. Were you a victim? For sure. But like, you are no longer. It is a thing that stopped happening. It is a thing that we've moved on from. So we're in a different place now. So I guess my point is with me and tarot, I'm never trying to give you just the answer. I'm trying to give you the map. I want you to be empowered enough to change your own life. So these are the kind of people that are like, oh, I think I'm cursed because bad things keep happening. No, the curse is the lack of accountability. And all I want for you, Erica, is to just, you know, take responsibility for what you can control and not wait for anything to happen. And that's where this perspective bit comes around. You know, you've already done so much. You got out of an abusive thing. You left an 8-year relationship. You're single parenting. So you've already done a lot. So you're already much more abundant than you give yourself credit for. So it's important that you keep it simple, focus on balance, and try to see things from the other side so you can remove the power that fucking monster bears on your mental state and your emotional well-being. Yeah, magician energy, babe. Manifest. If you want it, manifest it. If you want abundance in your life, manifest it. Visualization is great. Journaling, writing it down, meditating about it, praying about it, whatever. But also get out there. Do the work. Demonstrate that you want it. Be persistent about what you want. You know, don't just sit there and take it, right? Like if you want shifts, pick them up. Stay late, come in early, show that you want it. Oh, but I have children. Well, that's a choice that you made. And now you have to add that to your list of limitations. That's all I'm saying, right? Is that like we all have our own limitations. We all have our own things. It's kind of how like me and Dustin can't stay out hella fucking late. We have dogs. We can't stay over at people's houses. We have dogs. Like we have to go home and go back to the dogs. We have a responsibility, and that's what ours is. If you have kids, that's your responsibility. And you have to add that to your list of potential limitations. I'm not saying make time, not saying you're doing anything wrong, just saying you have to be realistic right now and see some things from the other side so you can understand what tools are available to you for your manifestation. So I hope that tracks and makes sense for you, but now's the time to use the energy, babe. Use the energy that you've got to make things happen around you. Be consistent, be persistent. Yeah. Thank you for writing in, Erica. Fantastic. I'm so stuffy today. I don't know if I sound nasal at all, but I feel really stuffy. Let's see. Adam, darling, thank you for your honesty and light you bring to this world and to my life. I got a one-on-one reading from you about a month ago, and it was incredibly helpful and resonating. Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to let you know who is considering it. I want to let anyone know who is considering it to know that you being so much energy and really take your time. Thank you, babe. The reading was wonderful and is helping me navigate a new path in my life in uncharted territory. That's great. See, like I said, I just try to give you the map and then I'm trying to empower you to help yourself. I have a follow-up question for you. As I navigate my new path, my abandonment, terror, and anxious, preoccupied attachment wiring keeps screaming at me that I'm going the wrong way and I need to go back and chase my family, my ex, my past life that I'm healing from. Can you pull a reading for me to help me know, to reassure my inner children that the new unknown path is going to be okay? Thank you so much, Karina. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you're not alone in that either. I think that's such a common reaction to being in new things, is wanting something to cling to, wanting to kind of go back and make sure you should have left. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It's something that happens to me when it gets to these kind of Hallmark lifetime family holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that kind of thing, where I'm like, oh, family, oh, people, and then I remember like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. I don't need to do that, you know. Um but no, I think that that's a very common thing, and the abandonment terror, the attachment wiring, and all of that. I think that's a common reaction to you kind of going into the unknown. It gets lonely. The solo journey, the fool's journey, is a lonely thing. It's a lonely track. It's a lonely road to go on. So I feel you on that. But let's see what spirit has for you today to kind of give you some confidence and remind you. I always say though too that it's like you're on a journey and you're used to having landmarks to base your shit on. And now you're kind of out in open water and you don't have landmarks anymore. And you're like, am I still going in the right direction? Yes, you are. It's just you have to believe enough in it and that you know how to chart your own course. But let's see what we've got. Yeah, Four of Swords energy, honey. Are you resting? We should be resting before we make any big decisions. We should be sleeping on them before we make them. Rest your mind, rest your body. Know that you've done enough. You should just be holding up your fucking end of the table. Really, that's it. Yeah, that's devil energy that you're talking about. What you're describing is devil energy, going back, letting people choose for you, taking the easy way out. That's that devil energy. You have the freedom to choose. That's also what that devil stands for, as well as freedom. Taking the chains off the neck and having the freedom to choose the life you want for you. And and notice the way we're demonized for that as well. We're villainized for breaking the cycle or this stupid similar concept of family is, or whatever, that like, no, I don't subscribe to that. Oh, witchcraft, villainry, like that's not, yeah. Also, Five of Cups energy, honey. We got to grieve this thing. Yeah, we got to grieve the attachment to the old stuff. The negatives have started to outweigh the positives, and we're starting to get doubtful and everything. So we need some rest. We need some rest, breaking through the generational trauma, as they said in the chat there. Breaking through the generational trauma. It's easy to be villainized because you're the one that sees things a little differently, and you don't want to fuck with the things that you're seeing. So I don't subscribe to this, we're related, you owe me. No, I didn't ask to be here. This isn't Game of fucking Thrones. Like, my lineage doesn't secure my family wealth, status, and power and land. So I'm not, Yeah, very well put, Katie Stewart, in the chat there. Feeling emotionally uncomfortable when moving on isn't always negative. You're just growing. Yeah, emotional growing pains is a good way to put it. But yeah, it looks like we're dealing with some of this devil energy. We need to grieve the old lifestyle and really like put it down and rest, honey. Quit pushing. Sleep before you make decisions. Sleep on your choices before you make them. Okay? Thank you for writing in. That was lovely. Let's go a little bit closer to the now. All right. Let's see. Hi, Madam Adam. Please don't go snore, but please could you do a relationship reading for me and my human? I'm a dog with special needs, and while she's doing her best, I think my human is a bit stuck on how best to help me. Aww. It's from a puppy. Many thanks and whale tags, Fuzz. Fuzz Bear Jack. Well, Fuzz. Thank you for writing in with your cute little paws, little puppy paws. Write me a little email. I love that. Well, Fuzz, Let's see. Fuzz is a dog with special needs, and while she's doing her best, I think my human is a bit stuck on how to help me. Well, let's see, Fuzz. What do you need, buddy? Olivia, that's your pupper. Olivia's in the chat. What kind of dog is Fuzz? I want a cute little visual in my head. What kind of dog is Fuzz, Bear Jack? So cute. I love that. He's a papillon. Ah, cute. Love that. All right, Fuzz, let's see what we need. Puppy readings. So fucking cute. Well, it seems as though Fuzz just needs some balance, buddy. Fuzz needs some balance. This is so cute. Oh my god, I like low key can't even take it seriously. Six of Pentacles energy and the Knight of Pentacles. We need stability and balance. We need balance and consistency. And also Fuzz wants to make sure that you're willing to fight for them. You know, to stand up and to fight for them and to fight for, you know, what you know that they need. So they need balance, a proper give and take, and they also need stability. They need, you know, consistency. It's a slow and steady thing. It's going to take time, Olivia. How to best help Fuzz is to be patient with them and fight for them and be willing to do the work, you know. And but yeah, they need balance and they need a mix of discipline and standards and also play, you know. So make sure you're fighting for them. That's what you've been doing anyway. Great. I love that. I feel one more. I don't know. I just want to pull an extra card. Yeah. Four of Cups energy. We've gotten a little complacent. Fuzz is want to put everybody ahead of themselves. That's what dogs do. You know? That's what dogs do. Dogs want to put everyone else ahead of them. So there's a lot of love there, and they just want you to be happy with them. Also, Olivia, Fuzz wants you to be happy with them. They just want to be a good dog for you. So in helping them, it's about balance and also standards, discipline, but a mix of both. Yeah. So 7 of Wands energy, fight for him and know that this is a long journey, you know? I like it a lot. Thank you for writing in, babe. Thank you, Fuzz. Ear scratches from me. All right. Holly in Australia. Let's see. Dear Madam Adam. Yeah, I've got time. Oh, chat, you guys are so sweet. I love the way we lift each other up. Y'all got to join the YouTube live sometime. The chat is really lovely. Anyway, Holly, dear Madam Adam, I've recently found you on Instagram as I've been looking for some helpful, authentic tarot reading advice. I remember you saying something about using tarot to look within, and using these cards gives guide your own actions, be a success and progress. I also love how your tarot readings seem to like a loving slap in the face, and bloody hell, it is what I need. I'm studying online with 2 kids and have been doing really well, but recently I effed up and failed a subject. Oh, right. We talked about this. Yes, just put thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you're so welcome. Yeah, we talked about this one. Not knowing what to do and how to morph into a more organized, well-disciplined student and all of that. Yeah, no, it's different for everybody, right? So I'm thank you for writing in and saying thank you, Holly. You're so welcome. I'm glad that we were able to give you some good advice and everything. So I do remember that one. That was great. Yeah, there's no right way, right? Like there's no everyone learns differently, and we were being very comparative. We were comparing a lot of our journey to other people. Let's see here. I'm scrolling through some more of these emails. And thank you guys so much for writing in. Ta-da. Okay. Hi, Madam Adam. I hope you're doing well and have the most beautiful day and week. I would love to know if it was possible for me to receive a complimentary reading. Sure, let's see what we've got. I'm feeling so stuck in the moment and wondering if I've chosen the right path in my life. My birthday is, oh, well, I don't need your birthday. My questions are, did I make the right decision in getting married? Am I following the right career path? Will I ever get past this negative energy that I feel is constantly following me? Thank you so much. Okay, first and foremost, did you make the right decision in getting married? Do you love that person? Do you love them? Do you mean what you say? Do you mean your vows? Do not let someone else decide whether or not you marrying the person you married was the right thing to do. You made that choice. It sounds, I mean, I love you. Like total love and light meant to you here, Stacy. Full respect, full love and light, but that was your fucking choice. And if you fucked up, it doesn't matter now. You deal with the repercussions and you deal with the consequences, but you wanted to marry that person. And honestly, I kind of feel bad for that person now because you're questioning things and talking to other people about it instead of talking to them. So that makes me not feel great about the person that you married. Did I make the right decision in getting married? Like that's not how is that supposed to make that person feel? You know? So, and also, are you following the right career path? That's different. Will I get past this negative energy that I feel is constantly following me? That's your victim mindset, honey. There's no curse. There's no negative energy that you feel is constantly following you. You're expecting negatives. You're expecting things to not go well. And for that, we're kind of perpetuating the negative ahead of a situation. So things don't keep happening to you. Like, no offense, you're not that special. None of us are. None of us are so fucking special that like these bad things just no one cares. No one cares. I need you to take some accountability for your life and what you do. And if you're unhappy, if you feel like negative energy is constantly following you, then you pursue positive energy and you do things to turn it around. No reading, no spell is going to make that go away. It's going to just treat a symptom and tell you something that you might need to hear. So I hope that I can give you some guidance around all of this as a whole. But did you make the right decision in getting married? I fucking hope so. Then why did you get married? If you were doubtful, you shouldn't have got married. That's not fair to the person that you married. Marriage is not about you. It's about the two of you. You know what I mean? So, and again, I mean this with the utmost amount of respect and love. You wrote a question, I'm answering it. So, these kinds of questions, did I make the right decision in getting married? Will I ever get past this negative energy that I feel is constantly following me? That sounds like very victim. It sounds very like, oh, I don't know what's going on in my life. Like it's your life. What are the common denominators? You open your eyes when you get up in the morning. You close your own eyes when you go to bed. You wash your own ass. You feed your own face. Like it's all you. You do it. You know, it's like getting up every day and having heartburn and going, oh my God, what is this negative feeling? No, like you eat like shit. So no wonder you've got acid reflux every fucking day, you know? So we have to have some accountability in these things. Emperor energy. Yes, I need you to remember who the fuck you are. If you want anything, you're in charge of your life and how that goes. You make the decisions, you make things happen. You're in charge of how everything goes for you, and don't let other people tell you differently. Strength as well, inner strength to follow fucking through. Marriage is not simple, nor is it 50-50. It's also not a laundry list of things that you expect from someone. You know what that person owes you, that husband or wife that you married? You know what that person owes you? Choice. They owe you feeling chosen, and that's it. My husband doesn't even have to be the nicest that he is to me than he is words. My husband doesn't have to be nicer to me than he is to other people. He just has to show me I'm chosen. That's all you're doing when you're getting married. When you're getting married, you're going, hey, will you love me and honor me and, you know, be with me or whatever. And then we throw the vows are like a list of rules that are so fucking silly and stupid. But like the vows I gave to my husband were that I would love you and choose you every day of your life. That's all they owe you is the feeling of being chosen. Unconditional love is from parent to child and dogs. Like that's it. Unconditional love is the love you should have for yourself and the love that a parent should have for their child should be unconditional. But all other love has conditions, and it's not a laundry list of shit. You know, it's whether or not you feel chosen. So just because you might be in a rough spot doesn't mean it's not the right thing. You need to gather your strength, remember who you are, and get to the bottom of this. You know, are you being hypocritical somewhere? Are we choosing them and they're not choosing us? Are we talking about this shit? You know, when me and my husband felt disconnected, we would take the dogs for a walk and ask each other what song is stuck in your head and what's your love language today. Love language changes every fucking day. Love is water. Emotion is fluid. So it changes on the daily. Oh, my love language is physical touch and quality time. Today it is. It changes every day. So if you want this marriage to work out or to give it a fair shake and see if it's genuine, and I mean, you shouldn't have fucking got married to begin with if you're asking, but like, if you want to work on it, have the self-humility to ask, how can I show you I love you today? How can I show you I choose you? You know, and let them ask you as well, how can I show you? And as long as you feel chosen, solid. Right? So inner strength, remembering who the fuck you are, and 9 of Wands energy. We need some boundaries, babe. You need to think about where you've been burnt before and protect yourself properly in all aspects of your life. Are you on the right path in your career? Yeah, make your moves in silence. Don't let people know what you're doing. Quit seeking approval on the play-by-play and show people who you are by the results. Shut the fuck up. You're being protected. Do what you do. You don't need to let everybody know what today was like this. Sometimes it's just the same shit over and over again. Not everybody needs to know. So don't let people know who you are by the play-by-play. Show them who you are by the results. But it's time for you to remember who you are and realize that you made decisions. Did I make the right decision in getting married? It don't fucking matter now. You did that. So as long as you feel chosen, you're fine. That's all that person owes you. And if you don't feel chosen by them, we talk about it because you committed to a marriage. And then if they won't choose you in the way that you deserve and want to be chosen, you didn't make a mistake. You just learned. And now we get a divorce. Again, all easier said than done, but like, that's the journey, babe. So let's be realistic. Maybe they just don't choose you in a way that you understand. Maybe we speak different languages. So I hope that makes sense. But thank you for writing in. Will I ever get past this negative energy? Will you or won't you? Depends on whether you do or don't. It's not something of like, will you? Like, that's up to you, babe. There's no negative energy constantly following you. That's your self-doubt. That's your victim mentality constantly following you. Turn around and go, no, bitch, I'm in charge. I am not a victim. I shape what I want to be what I want. And there's limits to that. You can't control people. You can't control everything. So, but I hope that makes sense. Make your moves in silence. Remember who the fuck you are. Gather your inner strength to control your life. All right. I think I got time for 1 or 2 more. Let's see. Hi, Madam. You're such a light on my feed every day. Thank you for all that you do. I'm a Libra sun, Libra rising, and Cancer moon, and the nodes just shifted back to my birth position. My life seems to be unraveling at the seams, slowly at least, over the last few years. I have felt lost in my career after leaving a toxic environment. My marriage has been progressively more unstable. I haven't been the mother I am normally with my children. I feel disconnected from my friends, and feelings of resentment and depression have set in. I generally feel like I'm living outside of myself. If that's not relatable. This has been particularly difficult since I'm typically so in touch with myself, my goals, and my loved ones. I'm working on letting go of expectations, but every decision seems to make matters worse. I'm hoping you can provide a bit of direction when it comes to trusting myself and the universe again. Wow. Well, first of all, props to you and your self-awareness that you know you're kind of in this weird Ebenezer Scrooge vibe right now, kind of outside yourself. Wow. Trusting yourself again and getting back, kind of falling in love with the universe again. Let's see what I've got for you. That's heavy, honey. 10 of Wands energy. Yeah, we're a little overburdened. We're a little overburdened here, obviously. As you said, kind of unraveling at the seams. You're trying so hard to keep things together that there's passionate abundance, but it's just coming with stress, frustration, and burnout. It's not the long that we, you know, it's not the long journey. It's the here and now. You're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time. So, but that 10 of Wands, honey, you work really hard and you're overburdening. You're trying to keep all the pieces together. 5 of Wands energy as well. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Everybody has different ideas of what abundance is, what success is, what it means to have joy is different for fucking everybody. So it's important that you back off a little bit and think about what it means for you. What do you want? What is your idea of abundance and joy and light in your life? And 7 of Pentacles energy. Look at how you've gone through this shit before. Get reflective. The road to victory for you is paved with reflection. So that 10 of Wands, though, burden. 5 of Wands, too many cooks in the kitchen, too many opinions. What do you want? You should be learning about people right now and how they respond to stress. But mostly that 7 of Pentacles, honey, it's reflection. Look back at how far you've come. You've come a lot further than you think you have. You do a lot for people. Let's make sure we direct some of that energy toward ourselves. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune energy is attached to the 10 of Cups. Like, we're just trying to be happy. So if you can simplify it down to that you're just trying to be happy, you're just trying to let yourself feel joy. Should be really simple for you. Am I happy or not? No, fix it right now. What can I do? I can have a conversation. I can go for a walk. I can, what can you control today? Those are those mindful moments that I always suggest to everybody, and getting back to trusting yourself and understanding a connection to the universe again and feeling that. Mindful moments. Stop what you're doing for 60 seconds. Set an alarm for it. 60 seconds, deep breathing, gratitude on the inside out, not the outside in. Don't be so grateful for be grateful for other fucking people, yes. But like, we're so focused on gratitude on an outside level that we forget about the work we've done for ourselves. So gratitude inside out. What have you done for you? How have you traversed these things? What are you proud of that you've accomplished? And then what can you control today? What can you actively control? So a mix of gratitude and self-awareness really puts it into perspective. And like, what do you prioritize? I'm probably going to close out the live with this one, but or this podcast with this little note here. I talk a lot about this, so feel free to stop listening if you want to. But 5 priorities. That's all anybody can handle. 5 priorities, a handful of shit. And you might be thinking, what? Like, I have a lot more than 5 priorities. You don't need to. You don't have to. And normally, whenever people talk about what they prioritize, it's other people. And they also make each person an individual priority, right? Boundaries, in my opinion, come from priorities. Priorities are the thing that are the core that you clench to keep your balance in life, right? So you have to come first. The first priority is you. You have to come first. One day, bitch, you're going to be fucking worm food. We all are. I've already decided, though, when I die, I want my ashes to be used in a portrait of me, and then I want the portrait to be one of those where the eyeballs move and kind of follow you. So it's like literally a kind of a haunted portrait. Very Dorian Gray, But I want my ashes to be used in a portrait of me that someone will keep in a spooky attic. And I want the eyes to kind of follow you. Anyway, but you have to come first, period. The second priority is people that hold your heart. Family, friends, it kind of is a concentric circle of love and how you love people and whatever, but people that hold your heart. And what I mean by that is people that love you back properly. People that you love that choose you in a way that you want and deserve to be chosen. Roles for people that you auditioned for, so to speak. Ones that you agreed to, not roles that you're playing that you don't like. Coworkers don't have to be a priority to you, but like your children, your best friend, your husband, whatever. These people should be a priority to you because they hold a piece of your heart. You love them in a way that you don't love other people or other things. So you come first, 1. 2, people that hold your heart. 3, sustainable income. Job. Let's be real. Everyone, if you exist, I imagine majority of us, what we do plays a part in how we feel about ourselves, right? What we do, our career, our work ethic tends to tell us how we're doing in our life. We live in a capitalist society. It's not going anywhere. You don't need money to be happy, but it sure as fuck makes things a lot less stressful. And as I said earlier, I think you should either do something that you love for a living or things that allow you to do shit that you love. So we do need money to live. We do need money to function, and having a sustainable income or something that is like passive and kind of consistent, that you know it's there. You just have to show up and make the money, right? You just got to show up and make the donuts and you get paid. So whatever it is, but sustainable income for the sake of living. The 4th priority is self-awareness of the outside world, understanding that you are the main character. You should be. You should be proud. You're a bad fucking bitch. You're the main character of your story. But so is everybody fucking else. You're not the only movie at Blockbuster. You're not the only book at the bookstore. Everyone's main character story is existing all at the same time. So having self-awareness that someone else's truth doesn't have to dictate your truth. It doesn't have to be what you do. Everyone's bugging about the VMAs. I don't like VMA performances because often, most of the time, it's just celebrities singing over their own track, and it's too loud and it's too much screaming and shit. And I get it's a vibe and you probably have to be there, but watching it is not, it feels like anxiety. I don't like that. But like, that's somebody's truth. That's the highlight of someone's summer, and that's great. Good for them. But that's not something I have to fuck with. The family that is distraught that Space Mountain is down and the whole vacation's ruined. That's your truth, not mine. So having self-awareness that your emotions are true for you, valid, accurate, your experience is valid, not up for debate. You're not here for approval, but no one has to fuck with you and no one has to give you the time of day. Okay. The last priority is things that fuel the vessel, things that make you happy, your wellness, your self-care, your hobbies, food, drink, whatever, things that fuel the vessel, right? So those are the 5 priorities. And I'm working on my book, but those are the 5 priorities. So you come first, people that hold your heart, sustainable income, perspective on the outside world, and things that fuel the vessel. And when you make those a priority, you can build boundaries around them, and then you can move forward and go throughout your life knowing that you know what you care about. Boundaries are not so specific. They are simply knowing what you prioritize and that you don't let people second guess what you prioritize for you. As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not being a cunt on purpose, as long as you're not hurting yourself or other people, keep the priorities you keep. You're allowed. So boundaries come from priorities. And if all you're just trying to do is be happy, then truth and kindness, babes. That's all you owe anybody, is truth and kindness. And whether or not that's reciprocated is up to the culture that you keep and how you treat yourself. So that's what I'm going to say about that. That's all the time I have for this week. Great emails. Thank you guys so much for writing in. If you're on YouTube, stick around for the after party. I'll see you guys at Halloween Horror Nights if you go this year. And I will see you guys on this podcast next week. Thank you so much for listening and writing in. I'm Madam Adam, as always. And don't forget to unclench your jaw and take care of yourself. Drink fucking water and fuck it up. Period. I think that went well. What do you think? Good emails, right? I like the way some people write in. Some of them are solid questions. Some of them are, you know, interesting questions. Never trying to be rude, but some people need to get. Yep. Needing tough love. Yep. Yay! Made an hour of the road trip go by fast. Love that. He worked really hard with the keyboard. Glad I didn't make any spelling mistakes. Yes, Fuzz was great. Fabulous. Giving myself permission to reclaim my joy. Yes, ma'am. And that's all I mean about like self-awareness and stuff is it's just so you can see that like honestly no one gives a fuck and nothing matters. Have you been able to go to horror nights without your hat yet? I did one time and someone stopped me and was like, "Oh, I almost didn't recognize you because you didn't have the hat." So I want to on days where I like kind of do my hair up and like I try to look cute with my hair. I don't want to wear my hat, but apparently that's how people recognize me. So I like low key have to wear it. I got in the car the other day and Dustin was like, "Oh, where's your hat?" And I was like, he's like, "That doesn't mean go get it." And I'm like, "You brought it up. You brought it up. Where's your hat? If you're asking, everyone else is going to ask too then." I don't presume to think a lot of people give a fuck, but like now cast members like recognize me because of it. Scare actors like tip their hat at me because they recognize me. I don't know. I love it, but sometimes I would like to not wear it. But if that's my Horror Nights outfit, that's what the outfit is, I guess. I don't know. I'm cool with it. He was like, "Where's your hat?" I'm like, "Fuck." He's like, "Oh, are you not going to wear it? It's okay." Right? Go incognito. Don't wear a hat. Or wear a baseball cap and fuck everybody up. Yes. I know. I wear it when I want. Don't wear it when I want. I'm allowed. Oh, welcome, Lenora. Good to have you. Yes. Good for you, Amanda. I love that for you. Yes, I make my own dress code. You are so right. So right. Anyway, I think I'm going to pop off. It's after 1. I'm going to go get ready for the rest of my day and post my daily reading and all of that. So look for my content. Don't forget to vote today for the face of horror. I adore you guys. The podcast will be posted later. I'll see you guys later on. Also this afternoon for live readings on my socials. Yeah. Thank you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you later.